Today we're going to be making a recipe from my favorite childhood cookbook. If you haven't been here before, my name is Shana and thank you for joining me today. I love to cook vintage food and old recipes, and I hope you continue to join me in my journey. But today we're making one of my favorite recipes from childhood, and that is a rhubarb crisp. It's kind of like an apple crisp, but with rhubarb instead of apples. So let's get at it and see how this goes. So let's process our rhubarb. This is fresh from my garden. I actually left the leaf on this one so you could see it's a relatively small leaf. Usually it's bigger than this, but I wanted to give you an idea of the size of the leaf of rhubarb in case you don't have rhubarb growing near you. These leaves are poisonous, so when you pick it, you're going to snap it off like that and toss this into your compost pile. It's fine for that, but it is poisonous to dogs and cats and humans, so do not serve it in any way. Our recipe calls for 3 cups, so let's get to cutting. First, we need our measuring cup and our knife, and we're just going to chop off the ends and discard all of these bits. So this is the size I'm looking for, about a fingernail's depth. It is not rocket science, so if it's not exactly correct, that's fine. Stick our cup right there so you can see me fill it up. We're looking for 3 cups. I hope this is 3 cups. I guesstimated when I picked. Always tuck your fingers in. Don't do what I just did. We don't want to lose any limbs. I think this is actually going to be pretty close to 3 cups. Rhubarb is naturally tart, so we're going to add 1/3 cup of white granulated sugar and just mix that in. We just want to coat all of the rhubarb with a little bit of that sugar. And now I'm going to pour this into the bowl that I'm going to be cooking in, which is this beautiful vintage Pyrex dish. And it's just going to go right into the bottom of that. I'm going to make sure that I get all of that sugar out. Let me get a spatula. I only have a spoon down here right now, so a spoon it is. Give it a little shake to settle it out. And set that aside while we prepare our topping. 1/3 cup of butter. 1 1/4 cups of brown sugar, packed brown sugar. And we're just going to cream that together. That looks pretty good. Add 2/3 cup of flour and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. This time I'm going to take my fork because I want to incorporate this so it's slightly crumb-like, and a fork will do a better job of that than the spoon will. I kind of want it to look like oatmeal. Okay, so that has a crumbly texture to it, and this just goes on top of our rhubarb mixture. So we're just going to pour it right in. I just like to pour it all right into the center, and I'll spread it out from here. And we're going to spread it out, but we do not want to pack it down. Give it a little shake so everything's kind of even. And now we're going to bake this at 375 degrees for 14 minutes. I will see you soon. Our rhubarb crisp is out of the oven. It looks so beautiful. You can see the edges are slightly browned, and you can see the spots where it was just bubbling up in the oven a few moments ago. This is super hot, but it's going to a friend's for a barbecue today as the dessert, And I don't want to take too much to eat, and I also have to get on the road. So let's take a little bit. Make sure I get some rhubarb. I just want to cut into it. You can see how similar it is to an apple crisp. It really has the same look. The smell is slightly more tart because it's of course made with a tart rhubarb and not apples. Let's taste this. Oh, really hot. Oh. But it's so good. It was so hot, but it's so good. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is sweet. The top makes such a nice crunch in your mouth, and the bottom is creamy and smooth and silky. It's a little bit tart from the rhubarb, but because we added that extra third a cup of white sugar to the rhubarb, it's not as tart as you might think it might be. It's absolutely the best blend of sweet and tart and crunchy and cinnamon goodness that there is. If you like dessert and you like a quick, easy dessert that you can make that's going to impress people, try the rhubarb crisp. The Purity Cookbook has a few versions of this recipe, but apple and rhubarb are two of my favorites. So give it a try. Thank you for watching today. I'm off to see my friends and make them all happy with an absolutely delicious dessert. Here's a pro tip. Serve a scoop of ice cream on the side. They pair wonderfully together. Bye! Thank you for watching. See you next time.